last half decade in Major League Soccer. His tactical evolution, the way the team plays, how brave they are, how courageous. It's total football that starts from the back. He likes to play out of a back three, but his outside center backs have freedom to get forward. His wing backs play like wingers. He has had, under his watch, both at Montreal and then Columbus, almost every attacker he's worked with has had their best ever season. Georgi Mihailovic went from Montreal to AZ Alkmaar. Ishmael Kone went from Montreal to Watford. Alistair Johnson in that team went to Celtic, of course, where he'll reunite with that player. In Columbus, it was even better, where he won trophies for that club that had more of a budget and a better squad to begin with. Cucho Hernandez was one of the best players in Major League Soccer before Messi arrived, and he's out now at Real Betis. You go on down the list, there are a handful of U.S. internationals that were nowhere near the squad until they worked with Wilfred Nancy, and they had the biggest jumps in their career. He is a developmental manager. He gets the best out of young players, in-prime players, and older players, and he plays a front-footed, possession-based, attractive style of football.
So just expand there on what you said about what he's done at Columbus Crew there. You mentioned he has won titles. Are you saying that he punched above his weight then?
So the team that he inherited missed the playoffs. I'm going to say things that sound like another language because of the convoluted nature of Major League Soccer. There are 15 teams in each conference. Of the conferences, 9 of the 15 make the playoffs. For the Columbus Crew to have missed the playoffs the year before, they had a better squad than that. But he inherited a team that was in flux, and immediately in his first season, they win the title. And it wasn't a fluke run. It wasn't a lot of luck. It wasn't set pieces. It wasn't teams miss chances. They were the dominant team in MLS that season, and they pretty much were until Cucho Hernandez left the club. They were still very good over the last year or so, but when he had his team, they were the best team in Major League Soccer, and there is no question. And that is a difficult thing to say, given all of the parity and how wide this league is. It isn't something where typically you can say there's a dominant team. Wilfred Nancy's Columbus Crew were the dominant team.
Some people are already drawing similarities between him and Ange Postecoglou in terms of a fairly unknown manager coming into the club. Could you see him having a similar impact?
That is a fun comp because Wilfred Nancy is a really likable guy. The way that he treats people, when I talk to backroom staff, lower level staff at Columbus Crew, they all rave about him. The players all rave about him. Aiden Morris, I was speaking to him a few weeks ago. He's now at Middlesbrough. He was like, this is going to sound dumb to people in the UK, or if you're reading this and you don't know anything about MLS. He goes, I think Wilfred Nancy is one of the best managers in the world, like kind of full stop. And again, that sounds like a ludicrous thing to say, but that's how well he's revered among his current and former players and everybody around him. He's the guy, after they win MLS Cup, he goes, impossible is an opinion. These are the things he says, the way that he can manage the group and the way that he interacts with people. He's just a good person and an excellent coach.
It's a big step up, though, isn't it, to manage a club the size of Celtic? How do you think he'll cope with the pressure? Do you think he's got the character to deal with that?
I absolutely think he does. We'll see exactly how it manifests itself on the field, but I don't have any doubts over his mentality. It will be difficult where he takes over mid-season. This would have been much easier if he came in the summer, whether it was to Celtic or any other club. What I was told is he told the Columbus Crew, I don't want to leave you mid-season. Even though it'd probably be easier for his career and better and more options, he says, I don't want to ever leave you looking for a new coach mid-season. So that's kind of his character. He got his first job in CF Montreal. He came from France to Canada when he was young, in his young adulthood, and he was coaching amateur soccer. He works his way through the Montreal Academy. He gets onto the first team coaching staff. He's Thierry Henry's assistant. A week before preseason, a few years ago, Thierry Henry resigned from his post with CF Montreal. They didn't know what they were going to do. Wilfred Nancy walks into the owner's office and says, I want this job. I'm ready. Give me a chance. They give him a chance. They only give him a one-year deal. He was the lowest paid manager in the league. That's a club that doesn't spend a lot of money. And they made it a one-year deal with a couple option years. The season starts in February. By May, the team already picked up the option years.
Do you think he'll want to bring any players from the MLS with him to Celtic Park? Can you think of any?
I think he'd like to, and I think I can think of a few, but I doubt that the finances will be there. You tell me. It is not going to be cheap. So they've been linked. Celtic have been linked with Palestine international forward Wessam Abu Ali. I would be absolutely shocked if Columbus even considers any potential move. They signed Abu Ali in the summer for around $10 million, and he got hurt. He looked really good. He played a handful of games. There's no way that they're going to let him go. Diego Rossi is the club's best player. Celtic would need to pay more than 10 million US dollars, if not more, to even be in a negotiation. Max Arfson is a guy who I think could be possible in the 3 to 5 million US range. But again, Columbus aren't going to want to lose these players. Those are three that I could come up with quickly. It ain't going to be cheap if they want to go down that road.